All right, welcome in. Roger with you. Okay, so let's recap here what we've done so far. We've learned our power chord A5, we've learned D5, we learned E5, okay, in the open positions. We've also learned some variations off of them. Things like that. We had the 4 variations, okay? The very next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about playing these 3 power chords, these 3 basic dyadic shapes, A, B, and E, as movable shapes. All right, so follow me here. Our first chord, that was A5, is your 5th string open, which is an A note, and your 2nd fret on your 4th string, that's an E note. So we have an A and an E. Okay. Now we can find these very same notes on the 5th string 6th fret, or 5th fret, sorry, and the 5th string 7th fret. A and E also occur right there. It's what we call movable because you can move the shape of it and you still get the same quality of chord. Okay, so let's form that thing. This is our A5 chord now. It's going to be 6th string 5th fret with 1st finger and the 7th fret of the 5th string with 3rd finger, and that's going to give us our A5. That's the same sound as we had down here in the open position. You can hear that it just has a little different quality when you play it in a closed or movable position up here. All right, this is also known, by the way, as the power chord in rock circles. We use that a ton. Now, I know that this is not going to be the easiest thing to do. Most people are like just not really liking the way it feels when they first try it, because you've got to get your hand way up on the low strings. So, you know, rotate your elbow into its side, get yourself in a position where you can get to those notes, and try not to have your thumb over the top, because that seems to make it more difficult, in my opinion. You know, keep your thumb behind the neck, so when you're coming around like that, you know, having your thumb over the top would seem to really get in the way of getting to those 2 notes there on the 6th and the 5th string. All right, so now, of course, we're just playing on the 6th and the 5th string, so we don't want to hear strings 4, 3, 2, and 1, so just don't play them for right now. Now, here's the thing. If we move this shape down 1 set of strings to the 5th and the 4th strings, you get your D5 chord that was down here. We get that at the 5th and the 7th fret of the 5th and the 4th string. So now I'm playing only the 5th and the 4th strings, okay? We can then slide that shape up 2 frets. Now our 1st finger's on 7th fret, 3rd finger's on 9th fret of the 5th and the 4th string. We now have our E5 power chord. It's an octave higher than where we were playing it down there. And then back to D, and then to A. That probably sounded a little familiar to you right there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn on my drum machine. We're going to play that 12-bar blues. We're going to play it with closed position chords now. All right, again, I'm at 65 beats a minute. Let's play. I'll count you in. So 1 and 2, we'll start with A, and now to D, and back to A, stay on A, to D, up to E, then down to D, then A, then E. That's the 12-bar blues using these movable or closed figures, okay? And there's going to be a huge benefit to getting these together. You'll be able to play in all 12 keys quite nicely. We'll talk more about that in a following lesson, okay? I don't want to talk about that right now. What I want you to do in this lesson is I just want you to get your A5 your D5 and your E5 chord together so that you can play that 12-bar blues in a closed or movable position. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We will see you guys at the next lesson. Good luck.